What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. You know, Wilder's trying, him and his team, to get the third fight. And I hope he gets the third fight because I'm dying to see how the performance will go. I'm eager to see if Wilder has made changes to his game plan because we know, or his strategy, because we know he's made changes to his camp, okay? He's supposed to weed out the snakes in the grass. The accusations are out there. But right now he's trying to get that fight during, through this mediation process. And it just hit me about Wilder. Wilder, this is his idea of betting on himself. And let me explain. Wilder is putting all his energy, or he should be, on the third fight, on the outcome of the third fight. Because I want you guys to understand something. The accusations against Tyson Fury, now it's said that he's going to press charges. He's going to sue or attempt to sue Tyson Fury for allegedly cheating him in the ring. Now, the third fight is the last key to that puzzle. Sure, we know it's things and other pieces that we don't know that he claims that he has. He says he has. So we just have to wait and see that or whatever, or it has to be presented in court. But the main piece to me is the third fight. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, and it's a real tricky one. It has to go a certain way in order for it to be evidence for his case. See, let me give you an example. If Deontay Wilder goes in there and gets hit with a few shots of Tyson Fury flush and he doesn't go anywhere, they can use that by the behavior of Deontay Wilder to a certain degree that he was using something in his gloves because like the first fight, he was a pillow puncher, a feather duster. That's what his nicknames were. That's what he was called in that fight. Tyson Fury was by the mouth of Deontay Wilder. So if that happens, he could then say, I walked through those punches like I did before. That's why I know the difference of the 12th fight. The second fight. And that's only if it goes that way, because that's going to be the thing that they bring up, because I fought this guy again and we had a definite comparison when we know for a fact that he didn't cheat, because we made sure he didn't cheat or couldn't cheat. Therefore, his punches didn't mean the same. That's what they have to paint a picture with that. But the only problem was about that, honestly, they could always rebuttal and say, well, you said you had spiked water. So which one is it? So, I think that's why a lot of times, for reasons of, people wanting to prosecute you and sue you, press charges against you, I think the less you say, the better. You guys remember when Dillian Whitehead was going through that shit with UCAD? He really didn't talk about it at all because the lawyers were handling it. He did the right thing. Wilder's doing something, I guess he felt he needed it to get it off his chest because things were boiling over, and he just had to tell what he said, and and he stuck by his word, and he stuck to the story that we've been hearing from all these other channels, and that kind of puts you in a kind of uncomforting way because you don't really know where they really came from now, because there's a lot of things that you have to consider, like why did he wait so long to fire Mark Breland? I was told, he been fired Mark. No, he did not. He did not fire Mark. And if he did fire Mark, that means his manager, Shelly Finkel, was lying to everybody, because that's exactly what he said. Mark Breland is still on the payroll. So, I don't see how you would have a guy around that long and then fire him. Because if you knew that the man spiked your water the first day, the second day after the fight, the third day, and that should be bothering you more than anything, that someone would betray you to that degree. Think about it. Mark Breland is a part of his team. That should hurt more than Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is just his opponent, and the way they make it seem that he's been cheating forever. That's the case built against Tyson Fury, you know. But back again, this is my counterpunch. Deontay Wilder. I want you guys to listen to me. Deontay Wilder, he has to win the third fight. Because if he doesn't, and he goes in there and gets beat up again, it's going to be hard for judges and people to believe that Tyson Fury can't hurt you when he's already hurt you, when he's already beat you, when he's already dropped you, when he's already made you bleed out your face, your nose, your ears, your mouth. When he's done all these things to you, and all you have is whatever you have. Because it's going to be hard for a judge to say, okay, didn't you guys fight a third time? What happened the third time? Oh, well, he caught me with something I didn't see and he hurt me. Well, I thought you said he couldn't punch. Now, aren't you sure that those gloves are cool and those gloves are legit and they were examined properly? Yes, to the best of our knowledge. Well, what the fuck do you want us to do? See, Wilder has to win that fight, has to show people that Tyson Fury's punches really don't hurt, because if he shows any type of response or reaction to Tyson Fury's gloves, it's going to be hard for people to believe that Tyson Fury either took some shit out or put some shit in to help him punch Deontay Wilder. That's where I'm getting at. So for that reason, people, Deontay Wilder must win the third fight, because he needs that as evidence. He needs that as a reference. He needs that fight for comparison to the other fights. And you can't tell me, oh, he was cheating the first fight. You can't really tell me that, because he said that Tyson Fury can't punch. So if he can't punch, whatever the fuck he had in there didn't work. The only thing was wrong with Wilder, he had a swollen eye. His eye was swollen a little bit. But, I mean, it wasn't even worse than it was with Jarrell Washington or Dunapas. Because remember the Dunapas fight, Wilder, swelled pretty magnificently. And on top of that, he swells easy anyway. Don't believe the fucking stereotypes, people. You know what I mean? That's just like black people can fucking bruise too, having dark skin. Don't believe that shit. Because I know that's the narrative. Oh, he has tough skin and rough skin. No, he does not. He swells very easily. He swells very easily. Make that make sense. Just like they think black people can't get sunburned. Don't believe the bullshit. Okay? We bleed like everybody fucking else on this planet. Counterpunch. So that's where it is. Okay, so it's going to be hard for Deontay Wilder, wrapping this up, to press charges if he goes in there and the same shit happens to him under supervised oversight. But that's my counterpunch involving Deontay Wilder. You guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.